All right, Juice, we're recording here.
Awesome.
It's been a while.
It has. I'm
I,
still sick though, so
yeah. I had a different guest in your place at one time. I was cheating on you.
oh, that's not good.
Nah, she was good. It was the uh, Hidden Warriors lady, the the organization that helps specifically female veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. She was good.
Awesome.
Had a lot of stuff. Her husband's a Marine from like the War of 1812.
Right, right.
He's a good guy,
Cool.
old timer. So we was on the news today a lot about Major Capers.
Oh,
Got
yes.
his Medal of Honor. So
Yes.
when I came up in the Marines, he was the guy on the poster.
Yep.
Like you looked at him and said, "I want to do that." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You said you had some Zodiacs. I remember those two.
Yeah. Yeah, the recon team and the Zodiac and
But the Marines, they don't do a lot of. They just put the uniform and a sword up there, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm going."
yeah.
The Army has to buy you to get in. So
Well, it's the Army.
yeah, there's 2 million of you. Nobody cares. So
Yeah. When I transitioned out of the Marine Corps into the Army,
Mhm.
what a letdown. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's how I was. Well, I was out for a while. I was out for 6 or 7 years, I guess.
I was out about a year and a half.
Yeah, and then I went back to the Nasty Girl first, and then if you don't know what that is, it's the National Guard.
Right.
And I went in. I've had some buddies that transferred over, and they're like, just lower your expectations, and it's going to be stupid.
Yeah. Very low.
I thought the Marines made you hurry up and wait a lot.
Oh no.
The Army, they're the masters of that.
Yes, they are.
I know you ain't got nothing to do, but we're going to sit here till 5 o'clock,
Yep.
and at 16:58, I'm going to unload a pile of stuff for you to do
Yeah.
right before time to go.
And they got that sham shield, the
Yeah.
specialist.
Oh yeah, I didn't play Sham Shield very
Oh,
well. But
yeah. Oh my God, they drove me crazy.
when I got done with OCS, I got made and went through the school and all that. Right,
Yeah.
I got made an executive officer right out the gate, company XO, because they didn't have one, and they're like, "Hey, you're old and you know things." I was like,
Right.
okay. Anyway, I walk in the drill the first day. This is the airborne infantry unit, and there's a bunch of specialists, shield shammers, sitting around on their phones, and there's sergeants sweeping and doing cleaning stuff.
Oh
And it was my first day and the new first sergeant's first day. And I said, "Hey, first sergeant, this don't look right." And
Yeah.
he said, "Sir, why don't you go get some late breakfast and I'll take care of it." I said, "Okay." I came back and there was a lot of sweat. I mean, people had red faces, their uniforms were real, and the specialists were doing the sweeping.
Oh, imagine that.
And all their phones were taken away. Set off to the
That's
side.
awesome.
So the first sergeant fixed that real quick. He's a state trooper in real life,
Yeah.
and he's a good guy. I don't know if he's retired. He was First Sergeant Teal, good guy. Me and him had to go to Fort Benning from Auburn one time.
Right.
That usually takes you about an hour and a half or so to get over there.
Yeah, it's not a bad drive.
Not bad. We made it in about 10 minutes. The state trooper. I was like gripping the side. I was like, it's funny. But I don't know. The old Army days. But yeah, we used capers, man. He looked good still to me.
Yeah. He looked phenomenal. 88 years old.
Right. And he was on Fox News this morning talking. He very alert, and
Yeah. Still looks like he cut your throat and leave you in a ditch.
if he could catch up to you, he's moving a little slow.
That's all right. He's patient. He'll wait.
He's got some jacked up legs. He's smarter now than he was when he was
Yeah.
young, right? So, but yeah. So today's case we're talking about is a very sad one, but it's interesting. The Delphi murders. Okay. February 13th, 2017 in Delphi, Indiana. This is one I remember it being on the news. And then
Right.
I was like, man, this is bad. They got a lot of evidence. And it took a while for them to catch this guy. I was like, man, they got a picture of him. They got his voice. And they got people that saw him. And they still ain't caught him yet. you know?
Yeah.
But they had some issues with evidence handling too. We'll get into that a little bit today, which happens. People are human, right? You're not going to do everything perfect. And they even had DNA off one of the bodies, I believe. But these two young girls. What do you remember about this case?
There was two young girls. They went walking. Somebody dropped them off. Older sister, sibling, some dropped them off, and they were walking a train trestle. Next thing you know, they disappeared. But there was audio or video or something on a phone that one of the victims had, and that's what got them to start running their leads and evidence and trying to find out who actually did it.
Right.
But she's a smart kid. Unfortunately, we lost them both, but she
Right.
was a smart kid for kicking on that phone.
Right. Yeah, so they were walking. This was let me get down here to the article. They Abby Joyce Williams and Libby Lynn German. All right. They're both one was 13 and one was 14. They're buddies, right? Dropped off by German's older sister and east of the Hoosier Heartland Highway. These girls were hiking on the Moon High Bridge over Desert Creek. It's a big long bridge along among woodland and remote Deer Creek Township. German used social media to post a video of Williams walking the bridge. After this incident, they were not heard from again. So she was doing video of them out having fun, walking around in the woods. Right? They were reported missing at 5:30 that day. After they failed to meet the father, he's come to pick them up. He said, "Hey, they're not here." I'm sure he went looking for them. They initially searched for the girls themselves before calling the police. Authorities searching the area did not initially suspect foul play in the disappearance. This changed when the bodies of the girls were found around noon the next day, about a half mile east of the abandoned Moon High Bridge. The bodies were found on the north bank of Deer Creek, so they were, out in the woods a little ways, not
Yeah.
far. Um, yeah, though, so they didn't initially release details of how the girls were murdered. Um, and in February, Indiana State Police began circulating still image of an individual reportedly seen on the Moon High Bridge Trail near where the two friends were murdered. The grainy photograph appears to capture a white male, hands in pockets, head down, walking on the rail bridge towards the girls. A few days later, the person in the photograph, dubbed Bridge Guy, was named a prime suspect in the double homicide. So this is 2017. I remember this photo being out there. It was the background of one of the girl taking a picture of her buddy, right?
Right.
And she still had her phone out, and they caught him in the background, right, walking up on him, and caught a picture of him. It's grainy, it's so far away, and it wasn't as high def as you see some of the cameras today.
Right.
So, Juice, if you're going to kill somebody, don't be in the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little helpful tidbit of information.
But he wasn't immediate when they caught him, though.
I believe he didn't he go forward and talk to the cops at one point?
He was. They interviewed him, 100
Yeah.
folks or whatever is around, and he was one
Yeah,
of
he
them.
volunteered to go in and talk to him.
And they didn't. And there was a tip about him too, which got lost, which we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So,
I remember that.
Yeah, which delayed him getting busted or whatever. Now they had smartphones then. I don't know if it was an iPhone or what it was. And she left her phone running. And later on the video, the phone, they found audio of him talking. Said get down the hill or whatever. And she left it going. Pretty smart of her to do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we lost her. I wish we could have caught him sooner.
Yeah.
Um, so that happened in February. Here we go. We're fast forwarding all the way to July. Ooh, all right. Police distributed a composite sketch of someone saw it as a person of prime interest in the murders. The sketch was apparently created from an eyewitness accounts of a hiker on the Delphi historic trails the day the girls vanished. So he must have saw this guy and said, "Hey, he looks
Sketchy.
So they made
Yeah.
a sketch.
Right?
And the Indiana State Police announced a new direction in the case and released a new sketch of the suspect, while urging the public to look at the sketch, listen to the audio, and watch how the man walks on the bridge, and send tips to the tip line email. Investigators stated they had reason to believe that the suspect might be hiding in plain sight. Was almost certainly familiar with the Delphi area from living there, working there for other reasons. So, like the FBI always says, typically a murderer has had some kind of contact with the victims. This guy probably saw him.
Walking other
I mean,
times.
yeah, I don't think he stalked them, but he knew that area and had probably seen them before or saw them in town or something like that. But some kind of contact was made before this because it was a small town, They
Right.
probably saw each other. So we got an arrest. We're way up in September now, right? So September 2022. Wait a minute. The murders happened 2017. We did not have an arrest until September 2022. It's crazy, man. With all the evidence, we had a phone laying there with recordings, with all kinds of stuff. He had his voice where he said, "Get down the hill," telling the girl to move on or whatever. And it said investigators reviewed a misfiled tip after a volunteer file clerk discovered the error. Richard Allen's last name was recorded incorrectly on the tip when submitted, and the file was therefore wrongly marked as cleared. The file clerk deduced that the tip from years earlier was regarding Richard Allen and brought it to the case's investigator. In the tip, Richard Allen self reported 3 days after the murders to being on the trails on the day of the murders and seeing 3 girls on the trails. October 26, 2022, Richard Allen was taken into custody and appeared in court on October 28th. On October 31, Indiana State Police announced that Allen had been charged with 2 counts of murder in the case. He pled not guilty. Times described the arrest as the first major break in a case, has captivated national attention for nearly 6 years. They're correct. I remember it went on for a while.
Yeah.
His trial, originally scheduled to start in March 2023, was postponed to allow the defense team to review discovery. 2 public defenders were appointed to represent Allen. Okay. 6 years, man. What do you think of that?
Yeah. That just, I'm glad that girl had peace of mind to be able to uh, 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 turn her phone on and it was able to help. But this is another example of don't go to a secondary location.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's trying to take you, kidnap you, do something to you, you raise as much cane as you can right where you're at
Mm-hmm.
because you're for sure going to get killed at a secondary location.
Sure.
Don't let them take you. Don't get in the car. Show your butt, scream, yell fire,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you have to do. Unfortunately, those girls, they're young. They were scared. They were doing what they were told. Don't do it.
He might have. There's no telling what he told him. He might have said, "Hey, I'm your dad's friend. I'm here to pick you up."
Yeah.
Tricked them. Whatever. Young kids can be tricked.
Yep.
I've got a 15-year-old, and I don't let her out of my sight very much.
Yeah, you
but
can't.
even around here, in the
My
States.
daughter's going to be 21, and I got to know where she's going and who she's going to be with.
Yep. I mean, we live way out here in the country, and
Mm-hmm.
she likes to go down on our horse trails, walking and jogging and stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll let her go for it, but every 20 minutes I'm peeking. Like, yeah, there she is. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
So even in it's basically our backyard, but it's
Yeah.
big.
I
So,
feel bad, too, because my daughter's going to be 21. I got her on Live 360,
mhm.
but she goes to Chattanooga with her friend or whatever. If something
Mhm.
happens, now we have code phrases and stuff
Mhm.
that she'll send me a certain text or a phone call,
Mhm.
and then dad's on his way with some heat.
Right.
But you can't let
With the
these
burner?
kids, oh, yeah,
The whole punch.
a whole bunch of them.
The whole punch.
You just can't trust anybody anymore.
Right. Yeah, you can't, man. And these girls, unfortunately, I'm guessing he said, "Hey, I'm your dad's friend. I'm here to get you."
Yeah.
He's
Or if you scream, I'm killing her. If you
yeah.
scream, I'm killing her.
Yep. All right, let's read about it. So on November 29th, 2022, Judge Francis Gull issued an order to unseal the probable cause affidavit that led to Allen's arrest. According to the redacted document, video footage recovered from German's phone showed one of the victims mentioning gun as a man wearing a dark jacket and jeans approached him and ordered him to go down the hill. That's where you heard it on the
Right.
audio. Investigators believe Allen is the man seen in the video. Investigators found a 40 caliber unspent round less than 2 feet from the victim's body, but between the 2 victims. It was later determined that the round came from a gun owned by Allen. A witness said he saw a man walking away from the bridge wearing a blue colored jacket and blue jeans and was muddy and bloody. Another witness and a tip mentioned that a car was parked oddly and appeared to be parked in a way as they hide the license plate. Investigators said the description of the vehicle matched the vehicle that Allen owned in 2017. According to the probable cause affidavit, Allen was interviewed by police in 2017 and said he was on the trail that afternoon around 2 hours. The document also said that in a subsequent interview on October 2022, Allen told authorities he hadn't worn jeans and a black or blue jacket that day. He had worn jeans and a black or blue jacket that day and had gone to the bridge to watch fish.
Right.
All right. So what's the big smoking gun here to get him put away, you think?
It's a totality of the circumstances. It's a preponderance of the evidence. What he was wearing,
Blood on his
there
clothes.
was blood on his clothes.
Mhm.
There was a gun shell casing there to a gun he owned.
Right.
His name's written all over this crime.
Unspent round.
Yeah.
So they're going off the scratch from the extractor and ejector. So maybe something in the breech there.
Yeah.
So there's no. I mean, that is more defining than a spent casing.
Oh,
The
yeah.
scratch from the extractor, ejector, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or,
It's repetitive.
yeah, because there's no heat involved and all that. But wonder why he had a unspent round laying there,
Maybe he jacked the round out and said, "You think I'm playing?"
right? Like TV,
Yeah.
all right? TV, the cops and FBI and everything, they always pull their pistol out and pull the slide,
Racket.
rack the
Yeah.
slide. That's not how you load a gun, anyways.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. It's aggravating. That's why I don't watch those shows.
I carry a pistol, and it has not been unloaded in probably 4 years,
Mine gets
Unless-
unloaded every month.
unless I shot it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm saying I haven't shot it in 2 weeks, and I've not. I checked. I'll do a press check occasionally, but
Yeah.
a round does not come out the chamber. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It does if I'm wiping it down or cleaning
Right.
it and then changing the magazines.
I got a Glock, so I haven't cleaned it since I
Oh,
bought
yeah.
it.
Well, you don't have to.
You carry a Glock?
Yeah.
No, I do clean it occasionally. After I shoot it, I clean it, but
Yeah.
it gets dusty, from your.
Yeah.
I used to hate Glock. I used to be a big 1911 guy,
Yeah.
and then I got in the State Department. And we started carrying Glock, and I was like, "Boy, what have I been missing this whole time?"
Yeah, I like them both, though.
1911's fun, but we shot those with the Musox 45s, right?
Yeah.
And those little those little rubber bumpers that when it gets to spring,
Yeah.
we had to carry them in our pocket. Like they would go
Yeah.
bad. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, this is ridiculous. Can we not
Yeah.
fix this? Right?
The old 1911s were a lot better.
Right. I'm like, so we got this. Those guns cost about $3,000 a piece,
Oh, yeah.
and this little piece of plastic is what's holding this thing together. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
They said if it didn't, the spring and that little, I don't know what you call it, where the spring rod where it keeps the spring from it starts wearing out.
Yeah.
The spring will actually break. So,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not an armorer, but we had one, and he said, I used to complain. I said, this little piece of plastic is what's keeping me alive today. So,
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah. Any of the old 1911s that they do national match work on are
Mhm.
better than anything.
right. Those
were
Musox
awesome.
were national match pistols.
Yeah.
Yep. They built them in, well, they didn't build them. They worked on them up in Quantico.
Yeah.
Right. They still do the match work up there.
Yeah.
I know the sniper rifles came from there.
Oh, yeah.
The shooting team guns came from there. And those pistols we had came from there.
Yeah. All your RTE armors and
Mhm.
their Quantico over at Camp Perry.
Mhm.
They're everywhere. Even at division levels, they have the guys working on them.
We had an armor. He had transferred from there, right? He came to our unit from there as an armorer, and he said that working up there was a great duty station, but he was picking up staff sergeant, so he had to leave, to
Yeah.
pick up rank or whatever. He said you went in at 8, you got off at 5. PT was on your own. As long as you passed the PT test, nobody cared.
Yeah.
He said-
Terrible. Isn't it?
Yeah, just sitting there in the
Not-
air conditioning,
Not
working on
like
guns.
being out in the fleet and division.
You're working on guns out on the table and it's 100 degrees or
Yeah.
whatever you're doing. So we had a pretty good arms room though at Second Force. Or was
Yeah.
it French Creek? So, but nothing to complain about, I guess. All right. You ready to keep going?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So they had some defense attorney issues. Okay. After Allen's defense attorneys argued in a motion to move the trial out of Carroll County based on the concerns about juror bias due to what the attorneys described as extensive media attention and the highly publicized nature of the case in the local area. In October 2023, Judge Gold removed the defense attorneys. He didn't like what they were doing, citing gross negligence due to crime scene photos being leaked from their office. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Right. The attorney's removal was appealed to the Indiana Supreme Court, in which the justices of the Indiana Supreme Court reinstated the defense attorneys to the case.
And that I don't get. Why did they do that?
So the judge is obviously mad at these two dudes or girls. I don't know who
Oh,
they
yeah.
are. And then they have to go stand in front of him every day and argue a case.
Yeah.
There's to be some bias there, right?
You think?
I mean, I'm not on this guy's side. I think he should be thrown in a pit of fire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I'm just going through
He
all.
should be taken apart slowly.
I'm just going off what I've seen with my own eyeballs in the courtroom. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I don't know. Let's keep going here. You like it?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. The trial began on October 8, 2024, 7 years later.
Man,
mean-
that.
8 years later, I'm sorry, in Delphi. I mean, I get their argument. This was on the news, national news every day.
Yeah.
Imagine in Delphi. Imagine if there's a murder like that in Fife and they didn't know who did it. It'd be the rumor mills all over
Oh, yeah.
Facebook, you name it, man.
You see it now in DeKalb County.
Yeah, with smaller crimes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So Not even this.
And all the trash talking back and forth on Facebook, it's everywhere.
Yeah. I don't even get on Facebook much anymore. They're like, you know, it bothers me that they put those mug shots up on, you get a mug shot up for 24 hours or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
So you get a guy or a girl that does something minor. All right. I don't know. Possession of marijuana, DUI,
Yeah.
right? They get a mug shot up there. And then all the comments in Facebook is like, they should burn in hell, blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, good Lord.
Oh, they try and get in their closet and pull out skeletons about being provocative and she
Mm.
was no good anyway. And
Mhm.
like, really? This is all you people got?
You can't fire back online. That's the problem.
No.
Like Mike Tyson said, social media has created a generation where you can talk smack and not get punched in the face.
Yes,
So,
and I think you should.
anyway, they say awful stuff about me and you on there, but who cares?
I'm
right?
good with that though.
Who
I
cares?
sleep very good at night knowing people hate me.
Right. Let's talk about it. So the trial started. During the trial, prosecutors stated that both girls had their throats cut. Williams was found fully clothed in German's clothing. So he got them naked, killed them, and put the wrong clothes on the wrong girl.
Right.
Whereas German was discovered naked. The unspent 40 caliber bullet was discovered between the bodies and was later linked to Allen's gun through the quality and quantity of marks. You know all about that.
Right.
Tool markings. Prosecutors, they had an expert come in. They had the police expert, and then they even brought in another expert that looked at it that had nothing to do. And he said, yeah, this is his gun. So,
Yeah.
Prosecutors said that Allen had admitted to the murders more than 60 times while incarcerated, confessing to his wife, his mother, family members, the prison warden, the psychologist who treated him in prison, and other prison employees and other inmates.
The good thing is they had him on the phone and stuff doing this.
Right. Yeah. That's the only way he's going to talk to his
Yeah.
wife and his mom. The confessions were made in person, over the phone, and in writing. Man. Prosecutors told the jury that Allen was the bridge guy after showing them a digitally enhanced 43-second version of the cell phone video recorded by German. A state police master trooper who had listened to more than 700 of Allen's prison phone calls testified that the voice of the bridge guy is the voice of Richard Allen. I don't know about that part, but the other part,
Yeah, you can get them on voice recognition.
from just Joe the state trooper, though.
Yeah, you can actually put it. There's software that you can get and run it through,
Mhm.
and it'll show you the matches
Mhm.
as they speak, and you can narrow it down. But
We've
they
used
do it with people that can't see. They use voice recognition.
Mhm. We've done it with AI now. AI makes it easy.
Yeah,
But in 2000, I don't know if AI wasn't a big deal back then, though.
no,
So, I don't know. The police might have had access to some software.
not state level.
Not in
stuff.
Delphi.
No.
So that'd be like saying Fort Payne had it, right? So,
Yeah.
a clinical psychologist who worked for the Indiana Department of Corrections Behavioral Health testified on behalf of the defense that Allen was diagnosed with serious mental illness and he had a grave disability. She testified that Allen told her that he had originally planned to sexually assault the victims, but ran away when he saw a van nearby, and he had cut the girls' throats and covered their bodies with sticks. The defense hired neuropsychologists from Carmel, Indiana, who testified at trial that Allen had a pretty severe depression and work-related stress and anxiety. Who don't, right?
Yeah.
I never wanted to kill kids over it.
Neither did I.
The jury, which had been sequestered during the trial, began deliberations on November 7th. On November 11th, Allen was convicted on all counts. On December 20th, Judge Gold sentenced Allen to 65 years for the murder of German and 65 years for the murder of Williams, with the terms be served consecutively, resulting in a total of 130 years. This is Indiana, man.
That's a shame.
They got
should
the
have
hot seat up
executed
there.
him. Yeah.
Indiana's got the hot seat. Right?
Yeah. Ride that blue chain of lightning.
Mm-hmm. Right. On July 18th, 2025, this was last year, Allen was transferred out of Indiana to the Lexington Assessment and Reception Center in Lexington, Oklahoma. According to the Oklahoma Department of Corrections, authorities responded to the TV station explaining that the state had interstate compact agreement with Indiana and has the same agreement with several other states, so they can farm them out if they need them. So, all right. Wonder why they transferred them, though. Too much media attention? Maybe?
Yeah, there's several reasons why they go.
Right.
Could be too many inmates. You can't move them around Department of Corrections enough in that state because of gang related things, hits and whatnot that go on. So for the safety of the scumbag, Oh, I'm sorry, the inmate.
Hmm.
They transfer him to another facility.
So
But
he's not
now
as well known there, right?
yeah,
So,
they pay through the nose to house him in another jurisdiction,
right.
another state.
Because he was probably getting threatened at the Indiana one
Oh,
because he's a
absolutely.
little kid killer,
He
rapist,
couldn't.
and all that.
He
So
wouldn't have made general population. They would have
they,
got him on the yard probably within an hour.
yeah, they don't like kid killers and kid rapists. So
Nope.
um, later developments. You ready? On April 9th, 2025, the videos of Allen's Indiana State Police interrogation and prison confession, which had been played during his trial, were released to the public. In one of the videos, Allen is seen denying the murders on the day of his arrest. Another video features 8 phone conversations between Allen, his wife, and his mother, where he is heard confessing to the murders. Okay, I'm going to give you this hypothetical speculation, all those things.
Yeah.
If this guy would have kept his trap shut, he probably would not have been convicted.
Again, we've said it before.
Mhm.
Do a crime and keep your mouth shut.
The big thing was the pistol, though, those markings.
That's true. I
Um,
mean, there was enough circumstantial evidence. He was going to get
It
convicted.
would have been harder. That's what I'm saying.
It would have been, yeah, it would have been harder to convict him.
We always say keep your trap shut and you'll get away with it, but it's impossible.
Yeah. And let me tell you, they get your phone calls, they go through your mail.
Mhm.
Even when you have visitation, even when it's separated visitation,
Mhm.
where there's windows in front of you and you can't, it's a separate room thing.
Mhm.
Even closed circuit, it's all recorded.
Right.
Every bit of it.
The only thing they can't record is if your lawyer comes there and talks to you.
That's the only
That's
thing.
it. That's it. And they've tried to do it before and they got caught. So
And I've seen places do it.
they get caught most of the time. So
I've seen places do it.
I've had to set in at DeKalb County, Madison County, and Cherokee County. DeKalb and Madison, I was in there with the lawyer and the inmate,
Yeah.
and we were separate. Like there was nobody else around. Cherokee County, there was people walking around us and stuff, and the lawyer's like, "Hey, we need a private space," and they had to put us in like an office.
Yeah.
The lawyer's like, "Hey, this is stupid. You're walking around looking at me,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "Sorry." I'm like, she goes, "What if you're a young lawyer and you're scared to speak up?" You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. It's crazy.
all right. Anything else on this one, Juice? That's a good talk.
No, unfortunately, the girls, we lost the girls. I
Yeah,
hate
man.
to see anybody get killed, but young kids, it hits me especially.
Mhm.
It's just a shame. And they gave the guy a prison sentence when they should have executed him.
They should have threw him off the bridge. So-
Yeah. Yeah. I volunteer to go dismember him
Right.
and throw him off the bridge.
What about? Well, we're still going. I was getting ready to close up. You think this guy would have done it again?
Yeah.
He was one of those types that would.
I don't think that was his first,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think it would have been his last.
He'd probably raped before
Oh, yeah.
and done something. I won't say it's small, but something below murder before and got away with it.
Right.
And this was his biggie.
Yeah.
Um,
This was probably the first time he.
because it's super sloppy.
Yeah.
So, if they don't get caught that time, they get better. They improve their craft.
Yeah.
They keep the blood off.
You
of
learn
them,
from them mistakes.
clean up the crime scene, all those things. But all right, we're going to talk about some more of these killers, some more episodes. You like it?
Yep.
All right.
Let's do it.
We're going to stop for now while I get some coffee.
Cool.